3 minutes, sorry, but it's very important. So what's happening now is I'm starting to see all the white light. Everyone's going to start to gather in. My guides are going to start to get everybody lined up, and I'm going to actually start to say names first and get everybody introduced as far as who's coming through in the beginning. Okay? Okay. I'm going to start with the first couple of names I'm getting. Does anybody recognize Mary? Mary. All right, I'm going to leave that for a minute. Charles? Charles. Okay. Tony? Tony.
Darlene.
Okay, perfect. Good. Betty? Okay, these are some of the first people we're starting with. All right, wonderful. I'm going to slowly take them one at a time. Okay. John?
Oh, yeah.
John. Okay. Anybody else for John? Okay. Grandfather Energy John. Hi, honey. I guess your granddaddy's here then. I'm going to leave him for a minute, okay? All right, wonderful. Okay. So I'm just asking who I'm starting with. It's either going to be John, Charles, or Betty. So I'm just waiting for them to actually step in. All right. Looks like I'm starting with Charles. Okay. Who recognized the name Charles? Anybody else? Okay. I'm asking him to step forward. I'm being told it's a suicide. Perfect. Who's this belong to? Just you. Okay. Yeah, Charles, suicide. He's stepping forward. I can see him clear as day. Very casual dresser. Everybody called him Charlie, though. Do you understand it? Perfect. As he said, you can call me Charlie if you choose, but I'm Uncle Charlie to her. Do you understand? Perfect. Okay, so he's going to come and stand just in front of me. I can hear the gunshot going off. So it's his way of validating as far as how the suicide happened, and I can hear it. And he keeps saying to me, I wasn't quite myself, and I felt like I didn't have any other choice. And I know she knows all this. Do you understand? He said, but this is my first time to have a chance to actually talk to her since I've been gone. So I wanted a chance to say hi to her. Do you understand it? Perfect. Perfect. Good. Okay, so I'm being told he's just going to say a few things to you. But he says not only is it him saying hello to you, but he wants you to pass information to the children. Because he said, perfect. Okay, good. So not only is there information for her, but I'm being told it's from a grandmother energy, but I feel great grandmother. So I'm going to leave that for a minute, okay? But also, he's saying to me information from him to his children. Do you understand? Perfect. So I'm just going to leave that until he starts to talk to me. So I'm asking him to come stand right here, just between us, and I'm just going to listen to what he's saying to me. But I can hear his voice. Okay, so I'm just listening to him. He keeps saying to me, I know it hasn't been very long, it's only been months. Do you understand it? Perfect. So I know that it's more of a recent passing. I know they wonder if I was afraid and what was going through my mind. I know that I can see in all them now how much regret they have because they wish that they would have known, hoping they could have done something different or better. Do you understand it? Are you having those conversations with them now? Because he said, I see the conversations not only she has with my children, but other people do because they still continue to blame themselves. Do you understand it? Okay, so not only is he showing me the pill bottles, so I know there's some kind of medication, but it's not just about the medication that's in his system. It's also the fact of his mind not thinking clearly. So it was like part of him knew what he was doing and part of him didn't. Do you understand it? Perfect. And all he keeps saying to me is, thank you for the continued support for my love. for my family. Thank you for helping them. Tell them I appreciate everything they're doing to remember me. I don't want them to feel bad and be concerned about not being able to help the way that they could have, because there's nothing else they could have done. And they need to know that I have to take the responsibility for what I chose to do. Do you understand it? Okay. So I can see the peaceful wings in front of his chest, and all he keeps saying to me is, please tell them that I love them. Tell them that I finally found the peace that I was looking for, and that I'm safe, and that I'm here, and that I'm with all the rest of the family. Let them know that I continue to be with them, and I'm going to do anything I can to give them signs so they know that I'm there. Do you understand it? And what's with the pennies? Pennies, they've been finding pennies, because he just flipped a penny and he said, tell them to keep continuing to pay attention to the pennies. Do you understand? Perfect. Is that one of the signs they've been talking about? Wonderful. Okay, good. I'm asking him if he wants to say anything else about validating about the suicide as far as the gunshot going off, and he just keeps saying, watch for the pennies, I'm leaving them. That's my number one sign to all of them. Do you understand it? So that's how I know it's more than just one that's actually finding them, and that they know that it's the sign. Do you understand? Perfect. He's just, this is what I'm gonna say. I feel like he knew what he was doing in the moment, but he wasn't fully thinking clearly because of the medication in his system. And as he makes me feel like I'm sitting in the truck with him when the gunshot goes off, it's like there's that instant regret of what just happened. So it's just because he was thinking clearly, but he wasn't. Do you understand? And I know part of this has to do with the medication that he was on. He's saying to me, I could have lived a lot longer, but I was already an old man. Do you understand? Okay, I feel like he's in his 70s. So it's just him making me feel that he's in his 70s. And all he keeps saying to me is, tell my daughter I don't want that memory to live in her mind of finding me. Because he keeps saying to me, I need her to let that go, because it's the thing that's the hardest on her, is that if she would have came sooner, if she would have checked on me, that I wouldn't have taken my life the way I did. Do you understand it? Okay. Because he's saying to me, the thing that she's having the hard enough time with, the thing that she's having the hardest time with right now, is she can't erase the memory of finding him with, he's showing me all the blood in the picture. Laying on the ground. Do you understand it? Yeah. But he's saying to me, I was gone before she got there. Tell her I'm sorry, because I can never take that back, for not only what she's gone through since my passing, but leaving her with that memory. Do you understand? Yeah. All right, I'm being told I'm just going to have him for one more minute. Somebody back there, I can't tell who it is. But I see all these streamers going off, see a birthday cake coming through, and somebody celebrating. So I'm going to leave that for a minute. I'm going to leave that because it goes to somebody else. I'm asking him if there's anything else he wants to say. He just said, I want to say thank you to you for helping me. Thank you for passing the information to my family, and he's thanking me and you as well. And he's waving. I could see him clear as day. He's got a button down, just kind of like light blue polo shirt with tan pants. And that's how he dressed. Do you understand? And he's walking out. Very, very, very nice. Very happy where he is now, and he's not suffering with the pain anymore. Do you understand it? Did you feel close to him too, honey? Because he said, tell her I'm giving her a kiss. But it's because you're the one that's supposed to relay the information to the daughter, because you're the one that's been there for the support. Do you understand? Perfect, good. Okay, I'm just going to wait and see if anyone else steps in here, but they make me feel like I'm going to start shifting in just a minute, okay? He did a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful job. So, again, I know there's so much more that he wants to say, but because of him taking his own life, and then him crossing over, and him not being gone very long because he's more of a recent passing, I feel like I didn't even touch the surface with everything else that he wanted to say. but it just had to be about passing the validation information to the family so he can let them know. Do you understand? Good, wonderful, perfect. Okay, and he recognizes